Hi, it's Laura at Hyperstamper. Just about to put this on Etsy, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And just a reminder, everything in my shop has free shipping in North America, which will save you quite a bit of money. And everything in here is authentic, vintage, and antique ephemera. I don't use any commercial products, and I really stuffed this one full. It's very reasonably priced, this one. I've used a lot of vintage beads here and some vintage fabric and some modern ribbon to match this beautiful cover. It's called Wild Geese. It's got this beautiful sunshine, the flocks of geese. And I personally have an attachment to geese. They mate for life, and when a goose is sick or at the end of its life, its partner plus one friend go down. So 3 go down to the land, and they stay with the bird until it's either better or passes on. And then the spouse stays in that spot almost for life, waiting for the bird to come back, and the other bird flies back to the flock or meets up with another flock. So I know that's long-winded, but it's why I think this book is meaningful. It's really about relationships. So I've got this one here. It is from the 1925, inscripted in 1926, and it has just a ton of things stuffed into here. Antique paper pockets here, and vintage playing cards, a 1920s banknote. All these pages are very old. This one is from 1905. And this is from 1930. Never got used, a ledger page. And look at this page on New York City from the 50s. I love it. I love it. And on the other side is Norway. It was in alphabetical order, obviously. There we go. Really fun clusters in this book. I went to town. Look at this beautiful little children's book page here. And a Paris, France almanac page here, double-sided. This is a hand-typed, almost like a telegram on an article that was published in 1886. So that's kind of cool. I got a whole filing cabinet full of these. I was very lucky to acquire those. This is from the 1880s, and this is the emblem of purity. Look at this gorgeous image. Isn't that stunning? And I put some antique paper on the back so that you could do some journaling on there as well. Another fun little children's page pocket down there and here. And this is a vintage petite point needlepoint. The tiniest little stitching here. And I left the back grungy because that's how it was pulled off of its canvas. And then just some very old Monopoly play pieces here, and a 1953 receipt from the Wonder Bread Company. I love that. And that is from Massachusetts, that one. Bobbsey Twins pocket here. Embroidery. Look at how much fun these are. Oh, I love this one here. Fashions of the Hour. Look at that awesome building. Very Art Deco. This is a 1965 Payday game card. Just thought it was really cool. And this is a blank page from this book. So they have to live together, of course. Vintage music sheet, and this wonderful 1939 Birds of America page here. Look at that ruby-throated hummingbird. Stunning. And over here, look at the swallow. I love it so much. And this is from the 1925 art education book. Isn't that beautiful? So it would be how to dress up a home. And then over here, this wonderful, what is it? I guess it would have been a painting or a sketch. And that is now, the original lives in New York. And look at this beautiful, beautiful church. I believe this is, well, it's in Germany, and it is from the early 1900s. Just a secret journaling spot up there, and then a little pocket down here made with another book page from this book. And just a really pretty little piece here. I just loved the images on it. So there's some little room to journal around. Whenever you see white space in a journal, use it to write. This is a beautiful page out of a magazine, fashion magazine. This is a foreign magazine, but look at these gorgeous fashion. Remember ponchos? I had a poncho. And I wasn't even born in the 50s. How cool is that? I love them. So there's 2 here. So I hope whoever gets this enjoys recreating something with those really fun old magazine pages. More children's book pages. This is from a vintage bird book. You can see here it is geese and swans, and I pulled that because that is the same geese is on the cover. So I thought they should live together too. I'm very, I want my journal pages to get along. I have a problem. This is a wonderful plate from the early 1900s. Look at these two girls here supporting each other. I love it. I love it. There's some pretty lace up here. And another 1950s page here, and a 1920s map of Central America and Mexico here. Very beautiful in Southern America. Newfoundland and Greenland. And then just young folks at home page from the 50s and a vintage botanical page. Another children's book page. And look at this great old photograph. And we think this is from the 1930s. Isn't that great? And then here's another one of those fun little notebooks that I just put together out of antique paper. And that's needlepoint canvas there, a little vintage earring. And this is from 1909. And this is a handwritten original music score here. And I don't know how it sounds. I wish I did. From July 30th was that lesson. So that's very cool. I love it. Another antique book page here. Vintage dictionary page, vintage stamp, 1800s page there, very brittle but fun to have, 1900 children's book page, and this is a vintage full page spread. Look at the little flower dealer there. Isn't that beautiful? And speaking of this, we got some vintage stamps here. So there's 4 international stamps there. And then this piece here, another one of these pretty little images that I just turned into a little journaling card. Nothing goes to waste, right? This is from a 1950s embroidery book of making dailies. And this is from the, oh my gosh, I want to say the early 1900s. Look at the writing on there. So that's, it's a little brittle because it's so old, but it's just so cool. It's just so cool. And this is the original spine of this book. So that's a 100-year-old spine there. And another antique journaling tag with some embroidery on it. And this is a page from another book that I had. I just really liked that little bit there. And journaling, all kinds of journaling space on there. A little piece of needlepoint here, just for fun. And the final page of the book, the end page. Oops, I'm gonna have to do some repair there. I pulled it too hard. That will be repaired with some ribbon. And that brings us to the last page of the book. So that's going on Etsy now. I hope you'll subscribe and visit soon. Bye for now.